The Australian gymnasts come from a land down under, but forgive waltzing Matilda for her swagger these days. Led by superstar Allana Slater, the Aussies rule the top rung of the Commonwealth ladder, have for 4 years. Their confidence over the top.
It's a given that we're expected to win. I don't want it to be some chance, some wild stab in the dark.
Talk about waving a red flag in Canada's face. Twice this country's team has been the champion in Edmonton and Auckland. Can Kate Richardson help them swing on a star in Manchester?
Reputation is only as good as you used to be. So, you know, Australia may have the bravado and the reputation, and they certainly have beautiful gymnastics, but it always comes down to who's best on the day.
It is indeed the old adage in gymnastics that on any given day anything can happen. That may well be the case at GMAX as the women begin competition in the team final. But Stella, the American coach Peggy Liddick is at the helm for the Australians. They come in here as the defending Commonwealth champions and full of bravado.
Yes, but you cannot argue with their gymnastics. Australia on paper has the highest start values of anyone in the competition. Therefore, they're doing the most difficult routines. And at the end of the day, the team that does the bigger tricks are going to reap the biggest rewards. But they have to hit 3 for 3 on every event.
Meantime, the Canadians have undergone massive changes in terms of their personnel, and they begin this meet in the most precarious of positions.
Yes, Canada is in a very difficult situation. Beam is the most stressful event of the entire competition, and to start it, it can be a make or break. But if they hit solidly, they can build on that for the rest of the meet.
Let's not forget about the English. They are the silver medalists from Kuala Lumpur, and on their side they have Beth Tweddle, who won a European Championship medal, as well as 5,000 Mancunians. The scene on the threshold of GMAX just moments before the final. Tickets at a premium with another full house. But Kate Richardson's sister Tessa, parents Charlie and Sarah, and her grandmother Ann find a seat front row to watch the Canadian team enter the field of competition and their star deliver a critical beam routine in the first rotation.
As I mentioned earlier, Scott, beam is a stressful event to start, but everybody has stayed on the event up until this point, and if anybody can handle the pressure, it's this young lady. She opens with a beautiful layout, step out, gorgeous lines, nails it. This tends to be a common leap pass nowadays with the new coach. She's going to pick up a 0.2 in bonus on that. Kate is about to perform a difficult skill, and it's difficult because the gymnast is required to change direction in midair. Nicely done. Sets up for her dismount with a beautiful step out 2-foot double back dismount. Too many steps on the landing.
9-1-2-5 for Kate Richardson. Her major competition in the individual all-around will be 18-year-old Allana Slater of Australia, 4th at the World Championships on this, the floor exercise.
Allana just opened with an absolutely gorgeous triple twist, nails the landing. She moves into her second pass, a 2.5 layout rebound. She gets a 0.2 for that pass. Allana's opted to use Moulin Rouge as her music, and it's really great style. It allows her to dance and really perform on floor. Setting up for her last pass, beautiful double pike, she puts it in.
9-5-7-5, silver medalist all around from the last Commonwealth Games in Malaysia, also part of the gold medal team. Here is the Canadian champion, 16-year-old Danielle Hicks of Oshawa.
Danielle does a really great layout, first flight pass. What I've noticed is Danielle does not have a lot of international experience, but she's taken control of this event, which I was so impressed about.
Battling back problems through the national championships back in May.
Danielle setting up for her dismount. She chooses to do double back handspring into a 2.5 in combination, step on the landing.
Solid 8-7-2-5 for Danielle Hicks on the beam. She's coached by 1980 Olympic champion Elena Davidova at Gemini Gymnastics in Oshawa. First rotation, a matter of survival for Canada. They stay on the beam and will build from 3rd place with Australia and England ahead. Welcome back to our coverage of the 17th Commonwealth Games. The Earl and Countess of Wessex close at hand as England's Beth Tweddle competes in the team final. Her vault in rotation 2.
Beth is going to perform a front pike with a half twist. Good block off the surface, but she splits her legs at the top of her rotation.
17-year-old born in Johannesburg, South Africa. Now competes for England and has medaled at the European Championship level, that on the uneven bars.
Beth places herself great on the board. It seems that she's a little arched in the back on entry, therefore she has to make up with it by splitting her legs.
Score for Beth Tweddle in England, a 9 on the vault, keeps them rolling and in second place. Meantime, Canada's on the floor exercise. Here's Kate Richardson.
It was a beautiful sky-high double Arabian front, except she took a step out of bounds, which will incur a 1/10 deduction. Kate's a beautiful mover, and she's setting up for her second pass, which is a round off, whip back, immediate, back handspring, double twist. She takes another step out of bounds. Scott, this stage in the game, it's very important that these girls stay in bounds because they can't keep giving up 10th by 10th by 10th.
First international competition for Kate following back months after the last World Championships. Those in Ghent, Belgium. She was 16th all around.
Kate's got super great choreography. She makes everything look so easy. Beautiful dancer. That was a nice combination, so she'll be able to perhaps get one of those 10ths back. Setting up for a last pass. Puts in a beautiful double pike, gorgeous landing.
Judges make her pay for being out of bounds. Normally one of her best events. Kate manages only an 8.825. England continues to roll on the ball. Here's Katie Lennon.
She's doing front pike half, the exact same vault that her teammate Beth Tweddle did.
Katie, a 17-year-old from Surrey. And the English counting on scoring on this event in the team final.
She comes onto the table in a great position for a quick block and a crisp, accurate turn. But her shoulders down a little bit too long makes her take a step back on her landing.
Good score, however, for Katie Lennon, 9.05 on the vault. To the youngest member of the Canadian team at the Commonwealth Games, 15-year-old Kylie Stone from Calgary, Alberta.
Kylie's one young and powerful gymnast. Look at the muscles on her back. Amazing. She opens with a very nice D turn. That's a double turn with her leg in a horizontal position. She opens with a beautiful full and back in the tucked position.
Kylie competes every event for Canada in this team final. She's an all-arounder.
In women's gymnastics, they have the opportunity to choose their own music, and we've seen that Kylie has opted to take something with a really powerful beat and some techno because she's very powerful. Beautiful Arabian double front. Generally, that's a pass that gymnasts open with, but Kylie does it in her second pass.
Won the Wild Rose Invitational this year in Edmonton, Alberta, defeating some top-flight Russian gymnasts in the process.
Setting up for her last pass. Whip back, two back handsprings, beautiful double pike. Can't ask for a better routine.
Represents the Stampede City Gymnastics Club, 9.125 for Kylie Stone on the floor exercise. So halfway through, it's Australia pulling away in defense of their title. Great on the vault, but Canada 9/10 back of second, and England